almost everybody said fox squirrel, which I agree with. We had a few others. We had a couple Hispid cotton rats, a couple Norway rats, a couple and a nutria. But it's just the hind foot of a little fox squirrel there. So
fox squirrels have a lot bigger feet than I keep expecting them to have.
yeah.
See, I thought that was small. And I thought it was fingery and small.
And then that little front.
Yeah,
it's tiny.
It is. Yeah, and you know, and even in this picture is showing them being much bigger. You know, here's the eastern fox squirrel, but they vary in size a lot. Yeah, so right. So there's the front right there. Here's the hind. Other hind, I think, is this right there. It's not much to see there, but
There's a sharp little claw.
yeah,
Claws, fingery toes. So I mean,
sharp claws for climbing.
Yeah.
So that's a good observation though. Is like animals that have like thin, sharp claws are usually adapted for climbing, and then you get like the thick blunt claws. And you're looking at the digging animals like skunks and badgers and stuff like that. I was gonna talk
something about
rats.
something maybe the heel pad would. Because I answered rat on that.
Okay.
And it just looked fingery, and I know. And it
Squirrels
looks
are super
small.
fingery.
Definitely looks small, but
Yeah.
is there something about the pad maybe that would lead you there? Or?
Yeah, there's a few things. Hang on, let me just get the.
Every animal with fingers.
Let me get the picture.
Toey.
Toey, yeah.
Very more toey. That's exactly. But it's not a bird. So
Okay.
yeah, it's confusing.
Okay, so one thing about first of all, like a Norway rat is much larger than a black rat, and so when I looked at that, I immediately ruled out rats just based on size. Like that would be huge for a rat track. But that's not valid enough. One other thing is, that's not enough evidence in my opinion. Another thing about rats is they tend to be real gangly. Like the toes don't tend to be so perfectly straight. They tend to like curve and be sort of weird and bulbous. And then you get this weird effect where the three pads across the top tend to line up with these two outer toes a lot. And
If not back behind it, right?
Yeah.
Because these toes are up front, up ahead of that.
See, I thought they weren't above the but you know the way the mud was working too.
yeah, let me see. Where's the?
Those are massive fox squirrel tracks.
Oh, you mean on the
On
drawing?
the drawing.
In the picture,
Yeah, in the drawing. I was like,
Where?
jeez.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these are actually like. Let's look at marks.
They're probably a similar size.
Yeah, marks are.
Good lord. Look at those things.
It's hard to
That's
tell.
that's Mark's fox squirrel right there. So his are even bigger than mine. But then if you look on it, we just look at this drawing. So here's the here's a black rat. I don't think I have a Norway. And here's the fox squirrel. And with the black rat, again, you see how you get this sort of asymmetry stuff going on. Even the front track, a lot of asymmetry. And then let me see what else in the pad could be helpful here. Yeah, so one of the other things that I noticed, especially on front tracks with rats, is that their heel pads are really small. So see on this squirrel right here, how you get this big bulbous pad with lots of stuff, and but look on the rat, like the heel pad is this real tight little cluster of stuff of pads with these long skinny toes that come to the middle there. And there is another thing about the heel pad that that's helpful. On squirrels, the back of the pad tends to just be fur. There's just a bunch of fur back there. There's not usually a whole lot of other stuff going on. On rats, you get you usually get like a pad here, and this kind of chevron-shaped little pad that shows up right there. That are real diagnostic. You just don't see them on squirrels at all. Yeah.
And that pad really does have that squirrely, punched out kind of palm pad there. That kind of signature that
This
you
right
talk
here.
about.
Yeah. That kind of arc of pads, right? Nice clear arc of 4 pads. There's just something about rat tracks that just always look really messy and kind of and sloppy, even compared to like chipmunk tracks.
They seem like rat tracks always seem like they're wider than they are long, and squirrels are always like longer than they are wide.
You know, there is something to that. I think. Like, see this rat track right here? How like it's really wide and boxy shape,
Right.
and how this one tends to be longer.
It's a lot long. That's just my.
Yeah.
I see that sometimes too.
So, you know, we're looking at a single track in tough mud, you know, so it's not a super easy one by any means, but it's a good opportunity to look at some of these details. Any other comments or questions on the rat versus squirrel?
I was looking for the prominent heel pads
Right,
in the front.
yeah. Good.
Oh, like the pads in the back?
Yeah. And I didn't see them there.
Yeah.
And that's why I leaned to the rat. And
Yeah, and that's just, I mean, we're look at this substrate right here. Here's one of the fronts there, like nothing. Here's the other one. I think maybe we're getting them right there, but it's super obscured here, so.
It's just a tough question. What is
Yeah.
that part right there?
I think that is toe 5 of the front track. Okay. So it's here's the 2 middle toes, and that'd be the outer toe. And I think these are the 2 pads, and that's the palm pad.
Yeah, you can see that this heel pad's pretty good on there.
Oh yeah.
Contrast.
Oh, yeah.